Hi, Aaron Harvey here, and welcome to the kitchen. We're getting all Mexican today, again with Old El Paso. Happy that you could join me. We have our fourth winner, our lucky fourth winner in our Share Your Recipe competition, and that winner is, you sitting on the edge of your seat? It's Jermaine Dodd. Jermaine Dodd with the recipe Amazer Fresh. This is fantastic. Congratulations, Jermaine. Right now, there are like couriers dispatched across the country to bring you your $400 Old El Paso hamper. So well done. If you haven't got your entry in yet, Jermaine is our fourth winner. There's only 5. So if my maths is correct, only 1 winner to go. Put your entries in now. Go to oldelpasoamigos.com. Put your recipes in and you too could share in a $400 hamper and have your dish cooked here by me. But enough of my yapping, let's get cooking. So it's time to go through our ingredients. We're going to need 1 kilo of cubed pork shoulder, 2 chilies, we want them de-seeded and chopped up, half a Spanish onion. We're going to need about 2 litres of chicken stock and look, some taco seasoning, which we're going to use the Old El Paso Soft Taco Crispy Chicken Kit today. So we're going to take the taco seasoning from this. We're also going to need 2 tomatoes, which we've seeded and diced up. We're going to need another half of a Spanish onion that we're going to put in that. Some lime juice over the top, a little splash of Tabasco sauce, 150 grams of feta, and some coriander, which we're going to put into the actual pork itself, and it uses a bit of a garnish at the end. This is going to be a wonderful dish. This is off the wall, a bit crazy. Now let's get cooking. Stage number 1. Now these onions, these don't have to be, you know, chopped up so that they look fantastic. You just basically want to get them roughly chopped. You're going to get a little bit of coriander, not tons, just a little bit. Chop that up as well. The only other ingredient we need is 2 chilies, which we've just cut up a little bit finely. Now the reason we're cutting these up is these won't break down as easily as the other 2, so we just want to make sure that at the end, we've just got some wonderful pork that's filled with all of these flavours. Okay, so before we use our pressure cooker, we've just got to prepare the meat. And it's really, really simple. I grab a bowl, I get some pork, put it in the bowl, and then just put a little bit of flour over the top. And all I'm doing here is just coating the pork so that when we cook it off in the oil, it's going to, you know, cook nicely and we're going to have a nice brown on it. So we've got all this prepared. It's time to jump over to the pressure cooker. Will you follow me, please? Okay, so we've got a couple of tablespoons of olive oil in the pressure cooker. The lid's obviously not on at this point. We're going to add our pork now and just start to brown this off. Now, don't really have to go too lunatic with it, but just make sure all the sides have, you know, got a nice little bit of colour on them. And then just basically just start stirring these around, getting a little bit of colour on it. Once the meat's brown, add the onions, the coriander, and of course, our chilies. So just give these a quick stir around, not for too long, and then we're going to add our chicken stock. So what we want to do with our chicken stock is just make sure that we cover our meat. All the meat should be covered, and of course, we need our seasoning. Okay, so we're going to add about a tablespoon and a half of the taco seasoning, and now the fun part, like watching a pot boil, we're going to wait until it comes to a boil. Okay, so we've got everything into the pressure cooker. It's time to put the lid on and get this cooking. So while you've got some heat going underneath, just simply put the lid of the pressure cooker on, seal it up nice and tight. You've still got it on a high heat, and what we're going to do is wait for the steam release valve to start moving around. Once that happens, we're going to drop the temperature right down and we're going to cook this for about 45 minutes. Let's take the lid off now. Ooh. Well, that looks great. Grab another pan. I'll just add the contents right now. So as you can see, there's still a bit of liquid in here. The reason I didn't take out all the liquid in the actual pressure cooker was basically because I didn't want to burn it. You know, obviously it's at high heat, and if there's nothing left, well, the meat's the thing that's going to burn. So I prefer to, you know, put in for about 45 minutes. As you can see, all I have to do is really press on the meat now and it's breaking up. So all I'm going to do is bring this liquid to a boil, drop the temperature slowly, and then just cook out this liquid. It'll take about 5–10 minutes. At the end, we should have some wonderful shredded pork. Okay, as you can see, we have cooked this for about 4 or 5 minutes, and the liquid has totally been absorbed into the pork now. This is wonderful, it's shredded, it is ready to go. We have one more stage left, so I'm going to take this off the heat. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it into the oven at about 50 degrees just to keep it warm, and we're going to deep fry our tortillas so that we can have this Amazing Fresh dish on the table and ready to eat. Let's get this in the oven now. Okay, so the last stage of this incredible recipe is to cook our tortillas. Now, Amazing Fresh calls for the tortillas to be fried. So our tacos today are going to be fried in some oil. I've heated it up to 180 degrees. Let's put them in now, give them a quick go, and we'll be ready to plate. Ooh, and you can see that just sizzles away almost straight away. Now, we don't want to overcook these. These are going to cook really, really quickly. Now, if you're getting holes or anything popping up, just quickly pierce them, just to let the air out, because it's just basically air filling up in the tortilla. And there you go. Okay, so we've got everything together for this wonderful dish. There's only one thing left to do, and that's put it on the plate. So we're going to basically place our 2 tacos down. Now, we're only making 2 tacos. This taco makes 4, but we're going to make 2 here. So put our tortillas down like this. I'm just going to put a little bit of Tabasco sauce. I've got some diced onion and diced tomato over here, which is going to be used to put on top. I'm just going to put a little bit of Tabasco in there just for a little tad of zing. Our pork has come out of the oven. And basically, we're just going to put some of the pork down like that. It might not look like, you know, the highest level gourmet stuff, but I tell you this meat will blow your mind. It is absolutely fantastic. So once we've got our meat down, it's time to crumble a little bit of feta cheese over the top. We're using feta cheese because it's really similar to the traditional Mexican cheeses that are used. So crumble a little bit of that on top. Then simply grab yourself a spoon, get some of this salsa all over it. A little squeeze of fresh lime, some coriander chopped up, nice and fine. And for you chili maniacs out there, if you want a little bit more zing on your tacos, remember, you can always pick up a bottle of Old El Paso hot sauce. This stuff, this hot taco sauce, is going to add an absolute and utter zing to whatever you're cooking. I'm going to put just a little bit on the tacos because I like my chili. So there you go, Jermaine Dodd's Amazing Fresh Taco. It's been made here right now. You're the 4th winner out of 5 in the Old El Paso Share Your Recipe competition. I wonder who the lucky last is going to be. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, ¡ole!
A mi novia le dicen la cucaracha porque toda la noche llega borracha. Allá arriba, allá arriba.